In 2004, February, we started Aatma. Aatma stands for approach of Ashtavedyan Taikatmus to Ayurveda. Ashtavedyan Taikatmus is our family name, our approach towards Ayurveda.
I know about the Aatma clinic from doctors which do Ayurveda courses in Holland, in Maharishi University.
I've been following Maharishi Ayurveda for about 40 years, and I believe it's kept me happy and healthy all this time.
In this clinic I feel really tradition of this Ayurveda knowledge which coming to us from ancient many thousands of years, and this Ashtavadya tradition is really something amazing.
Hello, I am Dr. Ravimus. I am an Ayurvedic doctor, born in a Ashtavedya family. Ashtavedya are the traditional Vaidyas from Kerala.
Ashtavedya family എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അഷ്ടവൈദ്യൻ എന്നുള്ള പേര് തന്നെ അഷ്ടാംഗ ചികിത്സ കൈകാര്യം ചെയ്യുന്നവരെന്നുള്ള ഇതിലൊക്കെയാണ്.
Our family became popular because of my great-grandfather's great-grandfather was one of the greatest Ayurvedic physicians. He could see through the diseases. By looking at a person itself, he could say what kind of disease they are suffering from. He could even predict death of a person by looking at them.
I've practiced an Ayurvedic approach a lot in my life, and I've recommended it a lot to people. But being the recipient of it from people who are so steeped in this tradition, that's a very special experience. Yeah.
I've just finished 3 weeks Panchakarma here at the clinic, the Moose Clinic in Kerala, and it's been a very positive experience. We're very lucky to have this knowledge, particularly as there are only a handful of families that have the knowledge of Ayurveda that the Moose family do.
വളരെയധികം അനവധി ജനറേഷൻ്റെ എല്ലാവരും വൈദ്യന്മാരായിട്ട് എല്ലാവരും അത് പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു ഫാമിലിയാണ് ഈ അടുത്ത്.
I know this family of Dr. Moose since quite some time, and I know they are very, very good Vaidyas. They have very pure medicine, and I come because of detoxification, because everyone in every age needs to prevent for any kind of sickness, and purification and detoxification are the best things to do in the Ayurveda clinic.
I am an MD and I'm here to study Ayurveda. I have my practice in The Hague, in Netherlands.
I am a neurologist and I use Ayurveda for maybe 15 years in my medical practice.
I'm here to deepen my skills, to improve my Ayurvedic skills and to introduce that into my practice.
I have many purposes coming here. First it was to understand Ayurveda more deep, maybe some practice to see patient and understand to how this Ashtavadya make prescription for many diseases.
From the age of 6, we start learning the basic lessons from my father, Ashtavedya Divakaram.
അതാണ് ഞങ്ങളുടെ ട്രഡീഷൻ. ഓരോ തലമുറയായിട്ട് ഇങ്ങനെ ഞങ്ങളത് പകർന്നു കൊടുക്കുകയാണ്.
I graduated from Tamil Nadu, Dr. M.G.R. Medical University. I studied in Coimbatore Ayurveda College. Even after studying the whole thing, we again undergo the training under the father for 6 years. I trained that means to learn our own techniques. It's not like when you get a certificate you are ready for prescribing the medicines, but we need to get the proper blessings from the parents or who the teacher is, as well as recognition. So it took almost 6 years for me to get that certificate.
നല്ലോണം മരുന്ന് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ, മരുന്ന് തിരിച്ചറിയാൻ, ചികിത്സ ചെയ്യാൻ, ചികിത്സ രോഗം മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ, ഇതിനെല്ലാം വളരെ കാലങ്ങൾ എടുത്തിട്ടാണ് അതൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ആ ഒരു ട്രഡീഷൻ തന്നെയാണ് ഇയാളെയും ഞാൻ പഠിപ്പിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്.
Ayurveda is one of the oldest medical system, or it's a lifestyle. developed in India or in this subcontinent. And it is dealing the body with the natural resources what we have here, and controlling the diseases even by prevention or removal of toxins from the body. And basically it is a natural way of healing.
മനുഷ്യൻ്റെ ആരോഗ്യവും ആയുസ്സും വർദ്ധിപ്പിക്കാനുതകുന്ന ധാരാളം പച്ചമരുന്നുകൾ നമ്മുടെ ചുറ്റുപാടും പ്രകൃതിയിലുണ്ട്. അവയെക്കുറിച്ചുള്ള പഠനം, അതുപയോഗിച്ചുള്ള ചികിത്സ, അതാണ് ആയുർവേദം.
I really like this approach of Ayurveda because it's very holistic, and this natural medicine can never damage anything. And in Ayurveda, you just simply know something good is happening to yourself.
Ayurveda in general to me means that it's a more advanced level of healing. It helps people where Western medicine cannot help them.
At the moment Ayurveda is coming back, wherever the modern medicine is having some limitations. Ayurveda is catching up and getting more results in people.
If my patient come to me, I explain them about Ayurveda, and I recommended them some things.
There are a lot of chronic illnesses which cannot be cured by Western medicine yet. It's a question if they ever will be.
Basically Ayurveda right now more popular in joint disorders, joint pain, arthritis, or cervical spondylitis. Apart from that, we get also many cases dealing regarding the skin diseases, even migraines and other digestive disorders, including IBS, or irritable bowel syndrome, or Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, even up to the infertility cases. In Ayurveda, it's getting more and more popular.
ഞാൻ ആത്മ ആയുർവേദ സെൻ്ററിൽ ചികിത്സയ്ക്കെത്തിയത് ഇതിൻ്റെ ഗുണഗണങ്ങൾ പറഞ്ഞു കേട്ടാണ്. അലോപ്പതി ചികിത്സ കൊണ്ട് ഫലം കിട്ടാതെ ശരീരത്തിൽ അവിടെവിടെയായി വേദനകൾ വന്നപ്പോൾ ആത്മ ആയുർവേദ സെൻ്ററിനെ കുറിച്ച് കേട്ട് ആ ചികിത്സ തേടിയെത്തിയതാണ്.
The reason why I was interested in looking into Ayurveda was because I have an interest in prevention-oriented healthcare. I'm interested in finding the problems before they arise and figuring out a way to stay healthy throughout my whole life.
I've been coming to have panchakarma on a regular basis for a long time now, and I do believe it prevents illness and has maintained good health in me over this period of time.
Panchakarma is a treatment which is cleaning the whole body. Panchakarma, or we can call it as Panchashodhana, 5 types of elimination treatment. After collecting all these bad things from the body, we are eliminating in 5 ways. One is called Vamana, it is called vomiting treatment or emission, and Videchana is called purgative treatment, eliminating through the colon. And the third one is large intestine cleaning, which is called Basti. The fourth one is Nasya, which is for the head, putting nasal drops and removing the toxin from the head. And the fifth one is bloodletting, removing the blood, the bad blood from the body. So these are the 5 ways of purification in Ayurveda.
I use these methods of Ayurveda, this oil massage or oil cleansing procedure for my patient. This is called Panchakarma treatment. This treatment can reduce and remove all toxins from physiology of patient. Everyone have different prakriti of constitution of health. And very important in this case knows about the power of digestive activity. This knowledge is not exist in normal modern medicine.
We believe Panchakarma is a vaccination for every disease. When you do periodically or proper Panchakarma, you can stay away from all such diseases in future.
Vaidya Moose's Ayurveda clinic offers an extraordinary program of Panchakarma. Panchakarma, I think most people who are looking at this video may know, is a program for purification and rejuvenation. And the program here is really quite extraordinary. When you're doing a Panchakarma program, there are several elements that you want to make sure are offered at the highest level.
Whenever we get a patient, we ask them to come for minimum 14 days to 21 days. 21 days maximum is the ideal time. 14 is again, it's more shorter. In certain cases, we need to admit them for 28 days, a longer treatment, especially when they have a very chronic disease. In 21 days, we make it into 3 parts. The first section is to purify the body or prepare the body for oil treatments. That's the usual first part. The second part is for oilation, some massage and body treatment for the body to collect all the bad things from different parts of the body. And the third one is to eliminate, complete elimination or purification of the body. So this is the 3 sections in 21 days treatment.
Probably the single most important thing, though, are the Vaidyas, or the Ayurvedic physicians. And I believe that the tradition of Ayurveda that Vaidyamus and his father, Ashtavadyamus, comes from, has been kept in its purity and its completeness. That is really the most important thing. They come and meet with you every single day. They're constantly, on a daily basis, adjusting all of the programs.
In 21 days or any number of days of treatment, whenever they come, we need to monitor every movement, every day. We need to observe the person and see the changes. When the preparatory level itself, when we do the treatment, it changes, the character of the person itself changes from one to another. And it depends on different condition also. We have different level of tests, where we ask some questions and or they themselves say, okay, I'm getting these kind of signs and symptoms. From there we understand, okay, this first part is over, then we go to the second part. And if you don't see them every day, you can't judge it clearly. I mean, even you do extra one day, it can be dangerous, and even you do lesser one day, it's also even dangerous. So we have to see them, monitor them very closely, then only we can decide the next step of treatment and to give the maximum benefit. Basic thing in Ayurveda, we are not treating the diseases, we are treating the patient. That's more important in Ayurveda. We first think about the causes of the disease, and second we go for the pathology, like how it arrived in his body. So we break that so that the new disease is not produced in the body. We are using more than 500 varieties of medicine, and sometimes we use also fresh herbs. In some cases, like we are doing potlis, which is the bolus. We make the medicinal bags. We need to collect 7 types of leaves from the garden itself. We do have more than 1.7 acres of land. In that we grow many medicinal plants that we go and collect according to the need. And we are using the freshly made bolus and use it for the patient. And sometimes we need to use also certain herbs to crush, make it as a juice and give it to them for immediate benefits.
The technicians are of the best quality and highly trained. All of the technicians here, I'm told, and the ones that I've spoken to have confirmed this, have at least 1 to 2 years of training before they actually come here and they graduate with a certificate. But I've mainly found them personally to be extremely effective.
It's all herbal Ayurvedic preparations we are using. We are not using any minerals or chemicals. And we are removing the toxins from the body or from the liver, from the blood, so that body become pure to create a balance within the body. And because whenever your body is pure, that much your inner intelligence will create a harmony within you and create a much more healthier atmosphere.
The medicines that they offer here, the herbs, the fresh herbs, and the preparation of the medicines, according to the ancient Ayurvedic principles are really, I believe, of the highest order that you can get anywhere in the world.
Basically, we are getting all the medicines from our own factory, and we are preparing more than 425 preparations we are making, and which need more than 730 ingredients, which is very complex way. And all the preparations, 90% of the preparations are more than 1,000-year-old recipes. We haven't done anything on that to any alteration.
I also interested have good medicine, good preparation in our country, because I find here some fabric which make good quality of medicine in future to send this medicine to our country, to Ukraine.
Ayurveda more emphasize on treating the patients, but where other sciences are treating the diseases. So we are going more deeper into the root of the disease and remove the root, whereas some other science is more giving importance for the symptoms.
After some cases, when I feel that possibility to treat the patient with some cases was very difficult, I start use Ayurveda for this patient, and I was see immediately good, very nice result.
Ayurveda doesn't have to necessarily contradict the treatment of Western medicine. It can add to it, and that's the way I use it. It's an addition, because Western medicine has some essential benefits which must not be neglected.
Since ancient time, Ayurveda has played great role for treating patients, and I believe in Ayurveda because Ayurveda treats you holistically and spiritually.
Aatma is not only for body purification. Aatma is good. I mean, we are using that Aatma center for mental, physical and spiritual purification. That gives a much more assurance for them, their life, and they feel free, they feel lighter.
So I wanted to say that the approaches of Ayurveda here at this clinic are such that they're addressing problems which for me are long-standing and which I thought, I should let them know that this has been an issue for me, but I really had no expectation that there would be the possibility. Yes, there was a hope, but now there's a feeling of such confidence that there's going to be a shift in a completely different direction. You can imagine how much happiness it brings.
And changing the person, not changing the disease. So this is more important in Ayurveda. We are trying to fix it in the root level, not in the symptoms level or not in the fruit level. We are doing in the root level itself. So the reoccurrence of diseases are very less.
I found after only 3 or 4 days such a shift in my whole physiology and my emotional and mental state. I just feel so much happiness here, and the food is divine.
It is also important to undergo a strict diet during the treatment. Even after also we tell them to control certain food. Because after all, whatever you got, even the problems or the positive or negative from the food, by removing the negative things, by removing the bad food, you become positive. So there are certain food which is very tasty in the body for the tongue, but maybe not tasty for your body. So you have to select some of them, which is the most suitable one for you. It's not depend on how much calorie it has. It's not depends on how much protein or vitamins it has. But sometimes even it has all in the food, doesn't mean you are going to accept it in full level. And it includes other bad activities like sleeping late night or drinking alcohol or smoking, and all those things are definitely medical science will support those things, including Ayurveda.
One of the great advantages of coming to the Vaidya Moose's Ayurveda clinic here is the location. It's in Kerala, which is the most lush state, and the clinic itself is just surrounded by all of this flora and fauna, banana trees everywhere. It's a very pure environment, and it's a very lush environment. And I think that adds a lot to the experience and the comfort and joy of being here. The people who come, I've made many wonderful friends here, really great people as well. So it's been just a great experience on every level.
I like this place because it's most pure atmosphere, no pollution, it's not at the streets, it's under palm trees, most clean and very quiet. You have holiday at the same time if you get treatment.
Got this land very lucky. It is not far from my house, and one of my friend asked me to look at this land. It was difficult in the beginning because it was an old paddy field, but thank God, actually within 2 years I got the permission from the court, and I got the permission to construct without changing its real structure. And we constructed everything in islands where without breaking the free flow of water. And we are giving more importance for the nature because of the nature we are here, and we are supporting the nature. So right now we do have also some solar panels, like 11 kilowatt of electricity is produced. And all the water what we are using is recycled with a 12,000 liters capacity tank EFT, which is effluent treatment plant, is there to purify the water. So yeah, as much as possible we are trying to give, we are getting everything from the nature, so we don't want to destroy that. We don't want to destroy our own existence. So we try to support the nature as much as possible. So with these methods, and we also do have a biogas plant. Whatever the waste, the food comes, and we are putting into the waste biogas plant, and getting up to 8 hours of fire, which really, we found a good place to put all the waste, as well as we are getting the benefit of it, as well as the water coming out is quite beneficial for the plant. So in 2006 onwards, we are keeping this plant, this area, my land, without any chemicals. So whatever we are cultivating, the turmeric and all those things are organic. Last 10 years I am doing like that. So at least I can live a better, our people can live a better life from here onwards.
Everyone here is so friendly and so kind. Doesn't matter what you need, there's something will come to you. I just feel I found a little patch of heaven here. And Ayurveda is just, it's doing things, it's handling medical situations for me that just wouldn't even be considered.
Ayurveda also has the benefit that it teaches a way of life, so for a preventive purpose. People can learn from that by books on the internet, how to divide their day, what to eat, what not to eat, how to determine their dosha. And that's also a good start. And when they know more about it, they can ask the doctor more about it. So I urge people to read about it, and I urge doctors actually to listen to their patients' needs and also read about it and research the possibilities and make time for it.
Every age can simply do it because we all live for that purpose, that we wanted also to enjoy our age. And so therefore, it's good to take care before.
I've known so many people who've come here. I've known, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 different people who've come here and had such a great time.
Yeah, I got a very interesting case one time. I was running an Ayurvedic center near to a hospital, not here. So I got a case of leg amputation, and it referred from the patient was in a major hospital in Kerala, which is Amrita Institute, AIMS in Cochin. and they said that they need to amputate both legs because he's suffering from diabetic blood, problem with the diabetic. So blood circulation to the extremities were very poor, and the patient was not willing to do that, and because he said he doesn't want to live without leg. The rest of his life he doesn't want to live without leg. So the patient himself denied it, and the relatives became panic. Actually, they contacted me, so that he came all the way here, and we started doing some treatment. And also, he said in a way that if I want to die, I want to die in Ayurveda. That was the biggest challenge for me as well. But I took the challenge, and we started doing some treatment for the leg to improve the blood circulation. After for 35 days, I saw the blood is coming into the lower extremities near to the finger, and after that we were very happy actually. Just in 20 days we managed to discharge him, and still he is living with both legs. And then later I came to know that the doctor said if we don't ampute the leg, he could maximum survive for 4 days. But it's been almost 5 years now. He's still alive. So that is the biggest challenge I got. And he's able to walk properly. But still, a few fingers were taken out at that time itself. It's not amputated the whole leg, but only the fingers. So he's using a special shoes and surviving very well. And everything, even diabetics, everything is under control. That was the biggest challenge. During that time, my father was also not here. I was alone. So I went through all kind of, but that gave me a lot of confidence that Ayurveda can do something in this world.
ആത്മയിലെ ചികിത്സ വളരെ ആശ്ചര്യകരം, വളരെ ഇമ്പ്രൂവ്മെൻ്റ് ഉണ്ട് എനിക്ക്. ഞാൻ എല്ലാവർക്കും ഇത് റെക്കമെൻഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നു.
My second visit to Vaidya Musa's clinic, and I plan on coming back in the future. The reason why I come back here is because the results are so great. I feel more vibrant, I have greater energy, I'm healthy on such a deep level. This is really the gift of Maharshi Ayurveda, is a program that cleanses and nourishes and rejuvenates at such a deep level. You get rid of the impurities, you feel so much better, and you're able to jump back into activity with greater success. So I'm very happy with the program here.
I was here for my general health and well-being. I was very tired when I arrived. I had sort of major back issues, and I was pretty much devoid of energy. But after 3 weeks, I'm now feeling very, very good, refreshed, confident, and it's just been a very positive experience, not only physiologically but mentally as well.
Ayurveda is one of the most safest way of healing the diseases, and you can easily come back to your own nature with some effort of taking certain some special diet as well as some special medicine. But it is more safe because the reoccurrence of that disease is very minimal, and it assures much more quality life and longevity as well. Without quality, there is no point of longevity. So I believe Ayurveda has an answer for many diseases, so-called incurable. And with your own effort, with our own effort, we can succeed a better life in future. We can reach a level that we can cure the world and live a medicine-free life.